So with sensitivity, can we move into cross-reactivity?
Yeah, so cross-reactivity, you gotta look at it as almost like a molecular mimicry, meaning if one food compound has a similar protein structure to another, your body can react to that, right? So there's tests in like Cyrex labs, for example, that will test common cross-reactivity foods to gluten. This is particularly helpful in the Hashimoto's world because at this point, most people who would be searching here already understand that gluten's a problem, hopefully. Now, it doesn't have to be, now it is still under tested, don't get me wrong. And a lot of times you get false negatives because if you go to, even if they're a doctor, like a conventional medical doctor is a little more up to speed on like food sensitivities and whatnot, they might check for transglutaminase, one part of the gluten thing. But there's like a whole bunch of other isomers of gluten that often get missed. So if you check in a proper lab, so for example, Cyrex is one of the only ones I know of that actually checks for all the different kind of isomers of gluten or gliadin, then they have another panel called cross-reactivity. So a lot of people who, even if they're off of gluten, are still getting food reactions because there's obviously more than that. But there's certain compounds that look like gluten, at least to the immune system. Right, so these are some of the foods like certain beans have something called phytohemagglutinin in it. Well, you'll get a lot of cross-reactivity with dairy, especially for Hashimoto's people. And then there's a whole other list of like chocolate, and then all the other grains that people start eating once they go gluten-free, like amaranth, buckwheat, millet, rice, whatever. A lot of times those will show up as cross-reactive foods.